What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For anyone that is new here, hello, my name is Garrett. I invite you to hit the subscribe button down below. Join the family on the journey to 100,000 subscribers. And if you guys can take 2 seconds, just 2 seconds, and smash that thumbs up button, let's get 1,500 likes. We've never done it on this channel before, but I'm feeling ambitious. 1,500 likes, so 2 seconds. All right, boom. We're really trying to hit that 100,000 subscribers by the end of this month. It's been a goal of mine for the longest time. But let's get right into today's topic, and that is, should you quit your job to become an airline pilot in 2021? Now, I know this can be a very sensitive and touchy subject, especially in today's age, because there are so many pilots out there that are currently sitting at home jobless. But I believe this is the best time to speak about those people that have been teeter-tottering of whether they want to come to the airline industry or if they want to quit their job and become an airline pilot. So I'll give you guys one example. There's someone who has joined the Flyt Circle community, which is a very small aviation community that I've started. If you guys want to check it out, I'll be in the link in the description down below, the first one. And there's someone who is currently a lawyer right now, making tons of money, but they've always wanted to be a pilot, and they're worried that if they go their whole life without quitting being a lawyer and becoming an airline pilot, they're gonna have deep, deep regrets when they're sitting there laying on their deathbed thinking back on their life. So this is why I wanna make this video right now, because I know there are people out there that are trying to figure out, do I give up my cushy 6-figure salary right now and quit my job and put my family through, potentially a rough couple of years, because my income is basically gonna be nothing while I get all my ratings, while I get all my endorsements, while I get all my certificates, and eventually get to the airlines. And to be honest, if you're leaving a 6-figure salary and you're coming to the airlines, you're gonna get a pay cut at least your first couple of years potentially. So this is why I want to make it right now, because of the state of the aviation community and the state of basically the world that we are currently in right now. But before we get all the negative comments and whatnot, I do want to say that this is my personal opinion. Please, please, please do your own research. Ask other people out there in the airline industry and the cargo industry and the corporate world. Ask around and please do your research. So, do I think that you should quit whatever your job is right now and pursue aviation? Honestly, that's entirely up to you. What I don't want people doing is chasing aviation and chasing being an airline pilot for all the wrong reasons. I know so many of you that follow me, you see me getting to fly to Barcelona on a 777 in first class and basically pay nothing, or fly on a 321T from JFK to LAX in your own cubicle suite for free. I know all those flight benefits and everything sounds so amazing and it looks awesome, but you have to love aviation. You're gonna hear me multiple times talk about why you have to love aviation, because there are a lot of cons that come around being an airline pilot. So don't get into aviation for the wrong reasons. I know you see the flight benefits. I know you see the pay, especially as time goes on and you gain seniority. The pay is phenomenal, it's unbelievable. And yes, for so many people that are gonna leave that cushy $150,000 a year salary, yeah, you're definitely going to make more than that as the years go on, but it's definitely going to take some time to outweigh that salary that you currently have. Now, let me elaborate a little bit more of when I say you have to get into aviation for all the right reasons. You have to love flying. If you are becoming a pilot or you're looking to pursue becoming a pilot, you have to love flying. I know you guys have heard me preach about this so many times, but let's talk about a few of the cons that come with being an airline pilot. The biggest one is being gone. You have to be okay with leaving your family for at least half of the month. And whenever you first get into the airline industry, your seniority, you're gonna be slapped right at the bottom, which means minimum days off. You could see 11 or 12 day off minimum, depending on the company that you go to. Some, you might get lucky with 13 day off minimum, but that means you could potentially be gone all those other days that month. So you have to be prepared to leave your family. So that is a huge con, and I know so many people have turned away from being an airline pilot because they see that you're gone so much. The next con that we're going to talk about is what we're dealing with right now with furloughs. Now, the aviation community and the aviation world as a whole goes through so many ups and downs. Thankfully, there are a lot more ups, especially in the last decade, than there have been downs. But nobody really ever predicted a global pandemic, especially of this size, to really affect the aviation world. Nobody really thinks about that. We all thought about the last major things that really affected the airline industry, which was the '08 recession, and then the biggest one of all, obviously, was 9/11. But people were just scared to fly right after 9/11, and then security measures were implemented that have made flying so safe. Came out with TSA reinforcing the aircraft, the flight deck door, making it bulletproof, bomb-proof, everything. So it's so safe flying now these days, and people started to understand that and realize that. And that's what that fear of flying really diminished and went away. But when you have something like a global pandemic that is really taking its time and really affecting travel as a whole, that's where you can start to see furloughs. When people aren't traveling, especially those business travelers, those are the biggest passengers that come and bring all the revenue to, especially domestic airlines, is business travelers. So with nobody really traveling for work, everything's over Zoom and stuff, that's where the airline industry is really affected, and it hits hard. So you have thousands and thousands and thousands of pilots who are sitting at home jobless, trying to figure out if they're gonna come back soon. And I hope so, because I just came back from a 3-day trip, and all of our flights were pretty full. I was actually very impressed, and the Charlotte Douglas Airport was pretty crowded actually. It seemed like almost spring break, but it was good to see. Also, of course, we don't want to see so many people gathering together, but I'm really happy to see that travel is starting to pick up a little bit, and I hope those jobs start getting reinstated, especially for all my fellow pilots that are in Canada and abroad. So I hope to see you guys back to work very soon. I personally am super fortunate that I didn't get furloughed. It looked very close for a while, but I'm super happy to still have a job, and I hope everyone is back flying very soon. So should you really quit your job? You have to love it. You have to love aviation. And if you look back at some of my previous videos, the good and the bad of being an airline pilot, I really weigh out a lot of pros and a lot of cons that come with it. But I kind of want to address in 2021 what the difference is and what that really means of you quitting your job and pursuing aviation. Now, if you are leaving your job and you have 0 flight time and you're wanting to pursue aviation, I think your timing will be impeccable. I really do. I really foresee a pilot shortage in the future. I think that a lot of airlines furloughed tons of people, and then all of a sudden travel is going to start picking up, and it's going to snowball, and everyone's going to really want to travel, especially with the vaccine, and they're not going to have enough enough pilots, because they're going to start bringing everyone back, and they have to train all those people, bringing up current again. Maybe aircrafts have changed. Like if you look at American Airlines, they've parked a lot, like the 330, the 75, the 76, Delta, United, they're all parking and also getting new aircraft. So all these pilots have to be retrained. All the thousands and thousands and thousands of flight attendants have to be retrained on the new aircraft, become current again. So I really do see a pilot shortage. So if you're quitting your job, let's say today, and I see airline travel, me personally, like I said, this is my opinion, I see travel picking up substantially in the next 1 to 2 years. I think 2 years we'll see numbers that we saw in 2019, which were the best numbers we'd ever seen. So 2 years from now, you can knock out all your ratings. And if you're looking at different ways of obtaining your ratings, the quickest ways, if you don't have a degree already and you're wanting to go the degree route, you know, if you go to a 4-year university, for anyone that's in high school that's watching this, I still think that your timing will be great. I still think you'll hit a good upward trend. And for anyone who is, you know, already has a degree or whatnot, and you have your substantial job that you've always wanted, and then all of a sudden aviation, being a pilot, has lingered in the back of your mind, and you want to quit and go after that, you can go to programs like ATP, where in less than 2 years you can have all your ratings, all your flight time, meaning 1,500 hours, to be qualified and be eligible for that ATP. So once you have 1,500 hours, you can get on with the airline. So I still think if you quit your job right now and hit that 2-year mark, I think you're gonna hit the timing perfect. Like I said, I want to preference this again. This is my own personal opinion, so please do your research. Ask tons of people out there. If you guys have any questions, make sure to shoot me an email. I'll leave my email down below, or consider joining Flyt Circle. That's where we get the one-on-one communication. Once you join Flyt Circle, which is an amazing aviation community, you have access to Flyt Circle's private Instagram, which is where we can DM on the daily basis. We have giveaways every single month, which are amazing. And we have that one-on-one FaceTime call. So that really helps out a lot for anyone that has more in-depth questions that maybe, DMing all day long really doesn't get it taken care of. So consider joining Flyt Circle. It would be linked first in the description down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please take 2 seconds, smash the thumbs up button. Okay, cool. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the journey to 100,000 subscribers. I love you guys. Until next time, peace.